Days Gone is an open-world survival game released back in April of 2019 exclusively for the PlayStation 4. The game was developed by Z-Bend Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Days Gone received generally mixed reviews upon release despite that the game was a commercial success. In the United Kingdom, Days Gone was the best-selling video game in terms of physical copies in the week of its release. The game went on to become the best-selling game in North America for April 2019, and in June 2019 it was the 8th best-selling game of the year. Even though Days Gone was a best-selling game, it feels like it was underrated at the same time. After a global pandemic occurred and started turning a huge amount of humanity into feral cannibalistic creatures, Deacon, his wife Sarah and his friend Boozer tries escaping the chaos in the city. Sarah gets stabbed by a kid, crucially wounding her, forced to evacuate on a National Emergency Restoration Organization helicopter. But due to the capacity of the helicopter, it couldn't have hold all three of them, and Deacon sends Sarah with the helicopter while he and Boozer stay back and finds another way out of the city. Deacon promises Sarah he will find her when he escape the madness in the city. 2 years after the outbreak, civilization has fallen, and the world is now overrun by infected animals and humans known as freakers that roams the place, and Rippers, a vicious cult. Former member of the mongrel MC Deacon, St. John and Boozer, who is now drifters and freelance bounty hunters exchanging their services for supplies. Deacon loses hope after finding out that the Nero refugee camp where Sarah was evacuated to was overrun by freakers. After catching sight of a Nero helicopter dropping off researchers nearby, led him to believe there is a possibility that Sarah is alive, and he tracks down and confronts one of the Nero researchers, O'Brien, and while Deacon helps, O'Brien investigates what other the Nero researchers is up to, in exchange for his help in tracking down Sarah. After a whole lot of ups and downs, Deacon eventually finds Sarah after weeks of searching, and they overthrow the militia camp, and Deacon becomes the new leader of Losley.
Outlaw biker.
Outlaw biker, huh? Are you ready to ride, old lady?
I don't know, depends. Where are we going?
Wherever the hell we want.
Days Gone has a pretty good and solid storyline that will keep you hooked, and with great gameplay. Days Gone has a massive open world to explore and a lot of side quests to do, and somewhere within 30 to 60 hours to complete the whole campaign. With several types of creatures and enemies like infected animals, rippers, nude, freakers, crier, screamer, swarmer, runners, ragers, breakers, and the Reacher, and there is another one you will find out about in the secret ending. I think it's safe to say Days Gone is an underrated masterpiece that didn't get enough recognition it deserved. Though at launch the game had many issues, it was later fixed and was playing smoothly, and times it feels like the game went on way longer than it should and makes you think this is the end many times. Also, it took too long for the highly anticipated part we all been waiting for, which is battling the hordes. Despite those issues, Days Gone is a greatly underrated game.